ye pesa muti yesu ye how any amania ye nemu ye cause am pempenso busumi nwotwe mu ye ni GS edinsa woso empre bebre asama okatre ya ne se ono de na famu de wawie na de aka ni nyina ye finance minister say obe release ska na ye tua ye kabosumi ya ye de ebe bia ya ma mampanya be de kire ya petition no chief of staff ya petition no ya petition ni pa bebre nat ni na grat ni system na ya ma mo nkrata enso bosumi so bia ye de ensanka ye katua ye ko school de bia ye ya famu de say ocherechefo ye so mo man Ghana ye so mo man Ghana kwan paso nenso bosumi so a ye nsanka ye katua entia ne ye frɛ wa e pese o mampanya na so encha asemtie o mampanya ye bo wakra ote onfa ne nansi asemi so na wonhwe ne wonsiesie na o hawa ye namu ene animguase aye femu no ano odene ye mu bi ye papa ne ye maame makọ pension bosumi so eduro mpo mo benum po ye ntimi mbo mo ne peso mato ye nuanum bi efiewrafo pamo mo ye nuanum bi ateti mu ma fa mawu ye nuanum bi krampo akaka so ola ne tu na kaba bosumi so a akatua ma enso woda onam sa ha nyina eso mo man Ghana enti ye ma aban akosi bosumi ewo mu 22nd ehọ na controller so betua aban adwuma efoka se aban adwuma fo ye tua mo ka bosumi mu na ensan kan dia ne da to so 23rd ye beti enwu egu abonten so ye beti enwu egu abonten so ama ma na mu se ye na mo ha mu ye ban so aye mma ne sa ye de ma me ne papa mo yare da wo mpa so ebedi achi ye de abusuafo a o se edidi mo mu bidi ebedi achi ye be ma o man Ghana so ehun se ye nso ye achechefo ye fa adwuma bone ni afa adwuma papa yesre se o mampanyin fa ne nansi asemi so yesre se Minister of Education so entu ade hu anamo na da ya sei etwema anhwe ya na anye da papa ama ye ne Ghana ban ene Ghana mu empanyfo yesre se obi nso oka bibia eyeye chief of staff ya letter da table so vice president ya letter da table so obi biara ya petition bia no yesre se ode wa no betum na ye hwa akwakosi 22nd ya ntehia ye beti ehun egu amonten so 22nd na ti ni antehia ye ne ebusuafo nyina ba beda abonten so amampanyin hu se ye na mo haw ne amaniem nti yesre mu se ne mo mra na mo beka ye ho se de be ya ye koda nna no amampanyin beti enipa nso amoka bie ye nso beti na wa maboa nti ano be mu ba ya ye da masepa se mababa ababie muwa
for Ghana Education Service. Ye nuanom, ye papanom, ye friends nom bi mo a mo chade e na omo ni abro mo ye remark e de etia o mampanyin say o ma chade for 13 good months a o mo nsanka o maketua eya enti o mo ye remark e de etia o mampanyin o te akonwa so say se wanye na wantia o mo ka eye ade a omo kire no se eye 1 + 1 = 2 a ombe kire 1 + 1 = 11 we ebe ya ade a ebe ha oman no we eya ade a se omampanya mfa ne yensi fom na wanye de se amboa se obetua omo ka ama omo nsusu no omo ko classroom a omo nya adwempa enya odo enya tema e de atrade a abusua de besi no enye papa enti ama wo mukro mu de comparison bi e chese sempo se omu je ya de kire akoye adwuma e wo kata anase Dubai ama wo motia wo muka bosumi bia 3000 omu ni se mfaso wo so even galamsey kra omo butu galamsey fo kra so won faso e chen wo mo efri se nipa no se 13 good month ni aw aban entua wo muka na se ye kata ni Dubai e na omo koye adwuma for this whole month na omo je 3000 4000 5000 6000 kra na omo ni se omo won faso bebre a chance on betrade for all this month na yentia omuka So 1 year, 1 month now, and I yentua omoka. It's so sad. Say, unua be woman, I say, brother, and I ukunu woman. How are you going to cooperate this? How are you going to cooperate? How are you going to feed your family? How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to survive? Abushame so said ne eye da e din here subscribe to my YouTube channel no na wa like na wa share my video na wa hit notification bell no na wa be part of my family or my members. So abusham for me the video no e betoa make say so said the be ya won so benya bia hwe na wa je nhire no wo di aba comment section.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So you are the convener for the newly posted chairs from the College for Education, right? Okay. What is actually your concern today?
All right. So thank you very much. Good morning to Ghana and then all your followers. The issue on the ground is not new. It is about our employers who have decided not to give us our staff IDs and our salaries after working for 12 months and now into the 13th month. And then that of our colleagues from the universities who have worked for 8 months and into the 9th month, which we see it to be an unfair decision for them to be taking us through. And so this morning, we are here to talk to the press and to tell the whole Ghana that the people, the very people who are in the classrooms teaching their children are suffering in the hands of our employers.
But why haven't they issued you your ID cards?
From what they are saying, we were given clearance for recruitment. And all that
was when?
That was on the 10th May 2024. And then in July, we had our appointment letters. We needed to go through processes, validation at the regional and district levels, of which we did everything. On September 10th, officially, we went to the classrooms and began our work.
So that means you began your work without your ID?
Yes. I mean, it is said that you start work before the IDs come, and it takes some time before it is processed and then given out. And so we were even told that the IDs were come in batches. And so in December, when we started work on this in September, it was December before we had the first batch of staff IDs. Because we were told that the IDs were released in batches, we never worried because we knew it would come in batches. Then in January, another set came. It came until somewhere March when it stopped. And we started asking questions. Why is it happening so? Before we were told that the clearance that was issued for our clearance of our recruitment expired on the 31st of December 2024. And so what it means is that they needed an extension. So they said the previous administration wrote to the finance minister at the time for clearance extension, but it never happened. Until somewhere early this year, another letter was written. It never happened. And this is how far we've come. As it stands now, as to whether they are going to extend the clearance or they are even thinking of adding us to the yet to be recruited batch, only God knows.
Yeah, but when was the last time you had an engagement with the Ministry of Finance?
The Ministry of Finance did not recruit us. It is the GES.
So when was the last time you engaged GES?
Just about 2 weeks ago, 19th August, right? Yes, we had that engagement.
And what came out of that engagement?
They are saying that, from director's word, he's saying that he has done everything humanly possible to ensure that we have our issue resolved. And so what is left is that the finance minister will issue the clearance to have our issues resolved. But we are not seeing it that way. The reason is that we were recruited together with our colleagues. And the same budget that was made for our recruitment, some of them have been able to get their staff IDs from the same budget and then their salaries from the same budget. And then you are telling us that those of us that are left, the clearance had expired. In essence, where is the rest of the money? If it is 10 cedis that was allocated for 10 people, and then out of the 10, 7 have their salaries. If 7 have it, it means that we should have about 3 cedis left. So that 3 cedis, where is it?
Yeah, but has school resumed already?
School resumed last week, 2nd September.
So you were supposed to be in class today,
In fact, we were supposed to be in class today.
but you've left that one to actually make your concerns known.
Yes. We can't teach on empty stomachs. This is my bill. This is how much I am owing. This is how much I am owing. This is how much I am owing. Do you think in the right frame of mind I can even stand in front of my people and teach them with this bill on my mind?
Only you are owing 21,000.
Yes, let the whole Ghana know that I am owing 21,000 cedis, 951. And what is paining me is the last part, my rent. I need 4,800 Ghana cedis to go and rent to get somewhere to put my head. I am not getting. So where do I live to even teach?
But knowing that your salary has not been coming, why do you keep on borrowing?
Also, we fall on friends. We fall on friends. And now they are tired of us. We can't live without food. We can't live without shelter. You know our education system. Even some teaching learning materials, you need to get them on your own. So we need money to do all of these things.
Does it mean that some of your members were posted to other regions, apart from the regions that they are domiciled in?
I hail from the eastern region, but I was posted to central region. I came all the way from central region this morning to this place. And so we've been displaced from our homes to different regions, different localities, where we do not have family members over there. So it is between you and your God.
So what are you saying to government?
The only thing we are saying to government is that I personally see this to be a national security issue. In a country where your citizens are starving, they don't have anywhere to lay their heads. It is a threat to humanity. And so someone could pick a gun, go somewhere to rob. This is a threat to national security. And so we are pleading. It is not like we are asking for what we don't deserve. We are not thieves. We are not thieves. It is what we deserve that we are asking for. The president, all opinion leaders and stakeholders, whoever will come across this audio and then the videos, please and please come to our aid. Teachers are not animals. Teachers are human beings. We are building the future and it starts now. We can't build the future on empty stomachs. We can't build the future without having a place to lay our heads. So please, the president, the youth president, Honorable Basintale, we know how he's working hard to get the youth to get something doing. We are also youth. Imagine our ladies who are going through all of this. What do you expect them to do? And we the gentlemen, what do you expect us to do as well? We are pleading. Honorable Haruna Idrisu.
Yeah, during your press conference, you mentioned that you guys will go on the streets if government does not honor that payment.
That is a must. And we are not changing our minds.
And when is that coming off? Should government fail?
For now, we are yet to sit with the security. After here, we are going to the Greater Accra Regional Command. They've called for a meeting. And so after here, we will go there to finalize on the date. Once the date is confirmed, we will let the media know as well.
Thank you very much. Today, I can actually see you clad in red. What is the issue? I've learned that you guys are very agitated for the fact that you have not received your salary for the past 9 months to 13 months. Can you give me more details to that?
So I'm speaking on behalf of the university graduates who have worked for 9 good months without salary. And our colleagues from the training college have worked for 13 good months without salary. Now, I want to say something for the general public to understand what has transpired. From the 2nd of August, that was when Ghana Education Service formed a committee they called Technical Committee, and I called that committee Salary Resolution Committee. And that committee, to me, has become a white elephant. Why am I saying this? The committee has nothing to put on the table whenever we engage them. Our last engagement was on the 19th of August. And funny enough, our employer, who is Director General, Professor Ernest Davis, was asking we, the teachers, to tell him which other strategy we can devise as far as our salary issues are concerned. I kind of can't think far. Can't understand why director will be asking his employer to tell him which strategies we could use to devise to be able to get his salary resolved. Now, funny enough, we told Director General that he should lead us to Council at 240 to go and demand as to why our clearance are not being issued out to us, because he said the only challenge we had is because Council at 240 have not released our clearance. I asked myself, if director is claiming and the Ministry of Education is claiming indeed That is, our issue is not being politicized, and it is not any political gimmick they are playing with us. That he should come out with an official communique indicating this to us, and the general public should be aware of it, because he cannot continue to keep us in silence in a white elephant committee that he claimed that is willing to help us to solve our issues.
Government is running on a very tight budget, and why don't you guys wait for the November budget to be read so that you have the hope that in 2026 your money should be released to you?
All right, it is good. I perfectly agree with the government that he's running on a tight budget. But let me ask this government: the sanitary pad you provide to the senior high school students and the junior high school students, is it more of a priority than we those who are teaching in the classroom? The money, the 4-point-something billion he provided to be used to build hostels for training colleges, is it more prioritized than our salaries? And I can even count and mention, but I'm again lastly telling the government that the stress-free policy program that he paid all university students their fees, is it more prioritized than our livelihood?
So you feel the government is not putting so much premium on you, the teachers?
The government is not putting a priority on our needs as citizens of this country. But the least I know is that every month the teachers' tax that is being deducted from the scale I belong to is over 600 cedis on a monthly basis. That amount of money can even solve the situation in this country. It hurts me that this government is the one treating us this way, when Atamels told us that it is the MPP government that do not consider teachers. Meanwhile, the NDC government, under the first term of Mahama, he repeated that the first 3 years, people worked and did not receive salary and only received 3 months. And he wants to repeat the same history again. We would not allow.
So what is the way forward for you guys?
The final way for us is that we would go on a massive demonstration until our salaries reflect in our bank account. If not, we will die on the streets.
That means you leave your students in a classroom without a teacher to demonstrate, right?
Hotels is more important than leaving the students in the classroom when we do not have what we eat. We need what will sustain us in the classroom. If not, we will eat on the street. Even if it take us for 2 good months, we will be on the streets.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dubai, Qatar, as well as so change so be tertiary Ghana. Go Dubai, Qatar, I could 3,000 crowd so so because by the time say 4 years ni be so na we be tertiary no. Na Dubai ni no 3,000, maybe the salary na be 7K. Ghana, mama oman ni moye dinya maye. Mu say enuma ayeye. Mu say enuma no. You see a galamsey for near the price. Mu say enuma. Meanwhile, yes so I have my papa no so ambassadors of poverty. Na ye ba.
Me say me the American say aban mu mpanimfo no omo forfeit omo salaries for 5 months. No omo hwe di besi. Obi aye adwuma 13 months. 13 months one city crowd o money 13 months omo forfeit omo salaries for 1 month.
The 30 months no ke kabo mo be say.
Ya ke kabo mo ya ko be 60,000 per pet. Ya ke kabo be 60,000. We kura enye sika bia. Eyo obi e traveling allowance. Obi e traveling allowance. Sika o re ma so dia ma
Adriani ke konkodi wo sad. $80 so.
Honorable Atufo Senene Nkrofo o releases a year financial clearance ne maye.
Me ma me da yare pass.
O release maye na ye nsanka yesika.
Me nkasa pudo nsi na se.
Ese ade ni besi.
Ese a de besi. E na besi. Ye nyina wa ho so na efo na da wa ho so no akwa
ya Nkrofo ni bi kra afoma ahwere omo nkwa. Omko hospital sika de beto aduru omo anya ama omo da ho awu enti saa na omo pe bonne se obeka se uko school aba betra de
say they want to make us ambassadors of poverty, but it will never come to pass. We may be homeless, but we are not hopeless. They should know we may be homeless, but we will never be hopeless. One day we can destroy the country.
Hey, relax.
No.
Bro, relax.
This is our tool.
Relax. It hasn't gotten there.
This is our tool.
Okay, it's true.
This is our tool. We can destroy the country with this. Only this one. Into Modia. Yent me kita tool. Yent me kita second.
The future's brain.
Nemo. A time is coming. You bet them palane say 1 + 1 11. And that is where we will see where the country will go. They should sit in their offices. They should sit in the offices and make fun of us.
The whole Ghana.
Honorable Atufo, young guy. Honorable Haruna Idrisu. The team, Karela United, Senka players no to omuka for 3 months. And come back so abobono. They are expecting us to go. Me feel so many now. Yeah, they make for 2 nkunkum so. Once I won't say that. Won't say that. It's my hear me ho ehye kyerem kwala de. Say the be
upon live the whole Ghana up obi oye plan pa. Me na me ye chairman. You can plan
Plan any say.
Me kyerɛ was here. Plan any say. Me hu wa ugina we say wo. Me hwɛ wa na me no bɔ nkɔmɔ a o ideas na wa adwen akura wo. Metimi agye na masen aton ama wankasa na wasen ato.
And say when you scare free.
Maybe adwen akura nipa ye de nam hard wo ho. Enye easy. But just that you relax it. The pagana yedie.
Okay, say baby, yeah, man penia with him for the say mon sampe dwuma nka teacher dwuma no. Okay, then swear.
Asa. Akakra na de ma me na me dia pa dwuma no. Wa kakra no. Na se pe me pa me ba de nko pa dwuma no. Boy.
Dia ya no mo mfa mayen. Enye adwuma ye kopa aka ho. Dia adwuma na ya no. Enu hu sika ne ye pe. Ya adwuma. Eni ehia ye sika. Mo fa ntu payroll so. Unim se untua ye kanso a. Ka kire se ye niska ye de ma mo nti mo nko.
Ye guess cry.
Mo nko na ye nko pe adwuma foforo.
Ye guess cry.
Ma kra empire nyahwe ema no empire nyahwe small girls no more kan engwazam chiro enu enti nene ema ni bitimi ka se teacher ni aware me de yede enso nka first obi ye teacher ni a enidie dignity ahemfo eba omo nanse ena omo ba be sere omo so omo ye ene enkwala nkete ni e ka tro teacher ni de me de wo ye de na de ya buku ne kura ni ya san kire kwi no kwi teacher me de wo ye de eno na ya buku
we de Ghana for yes from Sisiano the facilitators TT na doso eno de hu TT yes from yes, I'm policy the car. I don't have petini. So teacher.
Oh boy. Facilitator. Facilitator. Talk enko. That's why facilitator. And here is what the talk in the classroom, baby.
And so I say I am from learners.
What you say? So plan the wood to certain level and send fraud facilitator. And yes, I would say facilitator. Who kita ko show boga be the coach in the class facilitator. No. Brando self. Me who say yes. Akoya modern teacher. Or a modernized teacher ni and Cassandra Frost say yes, we are facilitator. And class 1 teachers, class 2 need those primary teachers come from lecturers. Because they say I've been mudo. Yes, the PhD doko kai primary school and as a KG apochadi. Now hono nyamudi ye enti opeparo ko yede asha se free mu. The juniors omudi ye chikro mo bomabu. Ebinim class asi 2 point. Ebinim class asi 2 point.
Say emponi o. Year school 2022. Ebe sine ninje one city. Mama be mu ne ati. Enso Black Stars e ko ball match. And owie ya tama hin winning bonus say $5,000. $5,000.